Welcome everyone back to Reign of Chaos Wrestling. And we are 1 week away from our first pay-per-view of the reboot, and that is RCW Breakout. We have a short show for you this week, as we are kicking things off here between one of the semifinal matches between Dolph Ziggler and the Bomber Dave Mastiff. Ziggler essentially cheated to win over Leo Rush, excuse me. And Dave Mastiff beat Rhino to get to this semifinal match, so he is on the run for his life right now, Dave Mastiff. So let's get on to our opening contest. And here we go. Dolph Ziggler and Dave Mastiff going one-on-one here. Snapmare from Dolph Ziggler. Now Mastiff is on the attack. Again, Mastiff defeating Rhino to get here into the semifinals for the heavyweight championship. Again, Ziggler essentially cheated to win over Leo Rush, as the referee did not see that Leo Rush clearly went to grab the bottom rope, and the ref didn't see it. So I feel at some capacity that Leo Rush is owed an immediate rematch of sorts if Dolph Ziggler does become the champion. But Mastiff on the attack on Dolph Ziggler, not letting up. The former Twitch champion. Again, the semifinal brackets is very interesting that we have Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler, two former Twitch champions. Then we have Seth Rollins, who's a former RCW champion, and then Dave Mastiff, who is the newcomer. So this is going to play out very interestingly between these four men. And then later on, after this match, we have our second Twitch TV Fatal 4-Way qualifier between Rhino, Eric Young, Leo Rush, and Curtis Axel. And the winner of that 4-Way will face Ace Austin for the Twitch TV Championship at Breakout. And then our main event is, there's a famous there from Dolph Ziggler. Our main event this week, Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. The finals, there's the zigzag from Ziggler into the cover on Dave Mastiff here. And Mastiff with a massive kick out. Mastiff kicking out of the zigzag. Now Ziggler with a quick elbow right into the gut of Mastiff, swinging neckbreaker from Ziggler. Beautifully executed. Now Ziggler working the arms, and he knows that that's part of the strength and power of Dave Mastiff. Now Mastiff on the attack. Got him up in a position, rolling senton onto Dolph Ziggler into the cover. And Ziggler surviving with a kick out at 2. And of course, we haven't seen one of the big moves in Mastiff's arsenal, which is the Into the Void, which is a cannonball into the corner. Mastiff just toying with Ziggler as he's throwing him up in the air and just letting him fall to grace. Mastiff could have been looking for the Into the Void right there on Dolph Ziggler. Mastiff just looking for a double axe handle, clubbing Ziggler to the back, but now Ziggler back on the attack, and there's a running cross body from the Bomber. If I were facing Dave Mastiff across that ring, I would not want him running at me with a cross body. But Mastiff with a Tiger Driver into the cover on Dolph Ziggler. And Mastiff is heading to the finals for the World Championship. But now, question becomes, who is Mastiff going to face? Either Seth Rollins or Kevin Owens. But that being our main event of the evening. So what a big moment this is for Dave Mastiff. As we take a look again at the replays off the rolling senton from Dave Mastiff, and there's a Tiger Driver to Dolph Ziggler, and that's going to put this match away for Ziggler and his chances at the World Championship in this tournament.
Here is your winner, Dave Mastiff.
Mastiff moves on as we take a quick break. Again, this is our second Fatal 4-Way to determine who will face Ace Austin for the Twitch TV Championship at RCW Breakout. Ace Austin defeating Bobby Roode, AJ Styles, and Randy Orton in a Fatal 4-Way last week. Or now we'll get to see who will challenge Ace Austin. And of course, we saw one of the opening rounds for the World Championship, Curtis Axel and Eric Young, and Axel picked up the victory there, but Axel was not able to get the job done against Kevin Owens, who we'll see in our main event this week.
The following contest is a fatal four-way match. Making his way to the ring from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 295 pounds, Rhino.
Of course, Rhino, a legend in ECW and even the TNA. Multiple time hardcore champion in WWE. Coming over here to Reign of Chaos Wrestling. Looking to make another mark in his legendary career. And now we have to wait for the world-class maniac, Eric Young, who again a couple of weeks ago put on a hell of a clinic against Curtis Axel, who we'll see in moments. In the opening round for the World Championship.
And his opponents, first, from Nashville, Tennessee, weighing in at 232 pounds,
Eric Young making his mark again in TNA, a TNA original, TNA royalty. Former World Tag Team Champion, X Division Champion, World Heavyweight Champion. Eric Young has done it all in TNA. Came to WWE and NXT, became very unfulfilled. Very underrated stable, I should say, with Sanity. And now Eric Young, the world-class maniac, has come to Arena Chaos Wrestling. And I said it before with other individuals, I believe it's only a matter of time before Eric Young becomes a champion here in RCW. But will he be sadistic enough to survive this fatal four-way to face against Ace Austin at Breakout for the Twitch TV Championship?
Chaplin, Minnesota, weighing in at 228 pounds, Curtis Axel.
Curtis Axel, a former tag team champion in WWE and an Intercontinental champion, of course, coming out to his father's music, the late, great Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. And of course, Axel always likes to say he's better than perfect. We'll have to see if that's true, if he can survive this fatal four-way against the former adversary and Eric Young. But all three men have to face this big underdog in this match, and that being this man.
From Washington, D.C., weighing in at 160 pounds, Leo Rush.
Leo Rush, a former WWE Cruiserweight champion in his own right. Scheduled to appear at MLW. In a upcoming match, but Leo Rush, again, he was essentially screwed over by Dolph Ziggler last week after grabbing the rope thinking he was going to get a rope break, but the referee didn't see it, so Leo Rush has to deal with the Twitch division, with the Twitch TV title division, and see if we can get a rematch from a opening round match between him and Ace Austin at Breakout for the Twitch TV title. Well, here we go. Fatal four-way underway. As Axel goes immediately getting dumped over the top rope as Eric Young goes to work on Leo Rush. Arm drag there from Rush. I was going for a springboard bulldog of sorts. Now Rush just stomping Eric Young into the bottom corner there. Delivering with a big boot there across the face of Eric Young. As Axel was looking for a suplex to Rhino, but that's definitely not going to end well for you. Now Young bringing Rush back in. And dropping the fist on Leo Rush. Into the cover is Eric Young. With a quick kick out from Rush. And a double team neck breaker to the big man. Dropping the elbow is Curtis Axel. And Axel believes he's already won this match. He seems to forget there's 3 other men in the ring, into the cover. And Eric Young immediately back air to break it up. Now again, all 4 men are in the ring right now. If I had to make a prediction on who would win this match, I would. But again, just given recent events, I would have to go for Leo Rush here, but I don't know. This is anybody's ball game. Fujiwara armbar onto Eric Young from Axel. Axel, fire miscarriage position onto Leo Rush, dropping him over the top rope. Into the cover, and Rhino's immediately there to break it up, and he gets knocked down for his effort from Eric Young. Again, another armbar from Curtis Axel. Now Leo Rush going to the top rope. Looking for something big onto Axel on the outside as Young and Rhino continue to fight. Cross body barely connecting onto Axel, and now Young going to the top rope with a knee drop. Now Eric Young, the world-class maniac, starting to feel it here in this fatal 4-way. Back suplex to Leo Rush is now, Young is the only one standing. Calling elbow tie up. You don't want to be in that position with Rhino. You're going to lose. A series of gut punches to Rhino from Eric Young. And now Axel. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Axel just throwing Rush into the ring post. Ruthless nature of Curtis Axel. Again, just throwing Leo Rush into the ring post. My goodness. Now Leo dumped over the top rope. There's a backbreaker from Eric Young. Now Young working on Rush as it looked like it was a double team attack there between Axel and Young on the Rush. Double leg takedown. Taking down Leo Rush as now Rhino's just coming to. At some point this match is going to get back inside the ring, but I don't think any of these 4 are going to do that anytime soon. Again, Young and Axel renewing their rivalry. Now Eric Young up to the top rope. Looking for a moonsault to Curtis Axel. Beautifully delivered. And now Rhino might be looking to put this match away. 4 letters and 1 move of the gore to Leo Rush. As Young continues to work on Rhino, or Young War is working on Axel. Immediately breaking up the pin from Rhino. Now Rhino just throwing everyone out of the ring. So now he's one-on-one with Leo Rush. It may be a great idea, but Leo into the corner looking for something big here. Spinning enziguri. to Rhino. Into the cover now to face Ace Austin at Breakout for the Twitch title, and Leo Rush has done it. So now we are going to get a rematch between these two at Breakout, this time for the Twitch title. I guess as they say, what goes around comes around, and it's going to come around twice for Leo Rush. There's a third opportunity at a championship awaits him at RCW Breakout against Ace Austin. So now the stage is set for Ace Austin and Leo Rush for the Twitch TV title. Then we have the tag team titles will be decided between the Bar and the Street Profits. Then the women's championship between Jordan Grace and Nikki Bella, which that's going to be a very different clash of styles. The 24-year-old Piece of Gold is looking to get his first title here in RCW next week at RCW Breakout. And of course, our main event for the evening, the other semi-final match for the World Championship Tournament, Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. Owens, a former Twitch champion, and Rollins, a former world champion. Looking to do battle here, and the winner here faces Dave Mastiff for the World Championship. And of course, this is going to be defended in a rounds match. So those who are unfamiliar, a rounds match is going to be 6 5-minute rounds. The goal is to win 2 matches, to win 2 of the rounds. And the only way the match can end prematurely is by disqualification or knockout. And the rounds match is going to be decided for the World Championship and the Women's Championship. And those are only going to be, those rules are going to only be used for vacated titles. The Twitch TV Championship being the only exception. So it's going to be a very different game plan for everyone involved in the rounds matches at Breakout. As Kevin Owens is ready to face the former world champion.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins, again a former world champion, defeated Finn Balor at RCW Overtime a number of years ago. But to get to this point, Rollins has defeated AJ Styles and Wade Barrett to get here to the semifinals for the World Championship. He had to start at the bottom, and now he's here. But he's just one win away from possibly becoming a 2-time world champion. Accolades only reached by Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho being the only 2-time world champion before the company folded in 2017. And here we go, main event time. Standing moonsault from Seth Rollins connecting to Kevin Owens. And of course, Rollins and Styles put on a hell of a match a number of weeks ago. In our first main event, Rollins had to hit the curb stomp in order to secure the victory. He couldn't do it with the ripcord knee. And now Rollins using speed and agility to his advantage, immediately taking it to Kevin Owens here. Looking for a chop. There's a running shoulder tackle from Kevin Owens. Right hand blocked and the left hand connecting to Kevin Owens from Rollins. Now Rollins thinking that's going to be enough to win the match here. Immediately a kick out at 1. Elbow right to the top of the head of Seth Rollins. Now Owens prepared the deck with a cannonball to Seth Rollins. Now Owens looking to put this match away quickly. Looking to go for the bump up powerbomb to Seth Rollins into the cover. And Rollins with a kick out. Resiliency being shown on the former world champion. And a running drop kick there from Rollins. As now Owens is forced onto the apron. And running shoulder tackle, knocking down Owens to the floor. Now Rollins just goading Kevin Owens to get back in the ring here as these two continue to fight outside. Spinning heel kick there from Rollins. Rollins moving like a man possessed. He's just, again, just begging Owens, and he pays dearly. Getting his head hung up on the middle rope. And Owens going to town on Rollins right now with a series of right overhand clubbing attacks. And Rollins answers back. And again, these two guys just beating the living hell out of each other. Now Owens going to the top rope. Looking for, I may have been looking for a frog splash, but I believe that was more of a fist drop than anything else. With Seth Rollins, now Rollins getting back on top. Now Owens got him up with a back or a pile driver right across the knee. Now Owens working on the hand of Seth Rollins. And now Owens again looking at putting this match away with another pump-up powerbomb to Seth Rollins into the cover. And Kevin Owens has defeated the former world champion. And Kevin Owens will meet Dave Mastiff at Breakout for the World Heavyweight Championship. That being next week our first pay-per-view. Again, we take a look at the final replays here. This is the cannonball from Kevin Owens. I believe this is the second pump-up power bomb. The 7-round splat right on the mat. Nope, that was the first one. I am sorely mistaken. The pile driver to Seth Rollins.
Here is your winner, Kevin Owens.
Again, the landscape of RCW is changed since our reboot. Now Kevin Owens gets his first opportunity at the World Championship at Breakout. I'd like to thank you everyone so much for watching. And we will see you next week at RCW Breakout, our first pay-per-view event. We will see you next week. And as always, we'll see you otherwise in 2 weeks on the Strike Zone.